So, the birthplace of Spartan, and really what we're all about, is my background was climbing. That was my big passion. And I got into hunting a bit later, actually, when I was in my late 20s. I always hunted, but with an air gun. It was very difficult and challenging to hunt in the UK because we don't have public lands. I went off and climbed rocks, right, and got out of hunting for a while. And then I got into some friends, a friendship group that had deer management opportunities, and that's why I got into hunting in probably my, as I say, my late 20s.
Yeah.
And then I got into taking people out hunting, and it was actually a Swedish guy. I had a Swedish man come over and he wanted to hunt a roebuck, and I had a rifle and I'd taken the bipod off the rifle because it got stuck in my shoulder and it really annoyed me. It's a great product, but I didn't need it very often, so I rarely used it, so I took the thing off. Anyway, I got the Swedish guy into a really lovely roebuck. He was not comfortable taking the shot, and I am the last person to, you're not going to ruin my day if you don't pull the trigger. And I said, if you're not comfortable about it, you know, let's not worry about it. There's always another day. Which led me to think there'd got to be a better opportunity. So we bought, in another life, we bought the nose of Concorde, the serial number 6, Concorde being a supersonic aircraft. And it's a beautiful structure. We turned it into this piece of art and we called it the Icon. And this nose went round the Albert Hall in London and it was all shown off and it was very flashy. But what we did was we put the Concorde nose on a bearing, an Olympus engine bearing. And the Olympus is the engine that powered Concorde. And it's an ugly bearing. So we covered it with 2 clamshells. Those clamshells were attached with 2 rare earth magnets, all stuck together. And I went, oh, I need a bipod that goes on my rifle with that rare earth magnet. Job done. So I discussed with my engineering friend and I said, make me a bipod that goes in my rifle, boom, and then it's not annoying me all the time. So that was the end of my genius. And had I had that for my Swedish client, we'd have probably had a nice robot. And really that grew, it grew legs. Excuse the pun, but basically when I showed it to other people, they said, oh, that's a brilliant idea. I need one of those. So that was the birthplace of Spartan, and really very much mountain orientated hunting. These are mountain hunting tools. They're also tools for people that will not need a bipod very often, but at least it's there. It weighs less than your phone. You can put it on when you need it.